still has to dip, people. Okay, welcome to our British Open preview, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I'm joined by as always, with Cowboy. How are you doing today?
I'm okay.
You actually have a cowboy hat, sort of, today.
It's my Tilly hat. It's what I use. I'm watching you play. Shouldn't you tell these folks that I'm your dad?
No, it's okay.
Oh, okay.
Liability issues, you know.
Oh, right.
We might get lawsuits. No, I'm
Right.
kidding. But we're proud to announce we have a sponsor for today's episode. Babu Bot's Dream Cafe. They smoking or non-smoking. They're proud to offer both 5 convenient locations in the Nashville area: West End, Bellevue, Murfreesboro, Mount Juliet, and Hendersonville. We recommend the turkey.
And the beans and franks are good too.
Oh yeah, beans and franks are great. But yeah, go to Babu Bot's Dream Cafe. We recommend it very much. They're very kind, very kind. So the British Open is Thursday. What are your thoughts?
Well,
Brooks Koepka, since it's not the PGA or U.S. Open, will he be a factor?
hard to say. I mean, he's never really contended at a British, but this is pretty unknown. I mean, we could talk about a number of things. First of all, the tournament's going to be played at Royal Portrush. That is in Ireland, Northern Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
There's been one occasion where the Open Championship was played outside of the British Islands, either Scotland or England.
Mm-hmm.
That was in 1951 at Royal Portrush. Why have they not been back there? You know?
No.
So you've got Ireland and Northern Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
They had a civil war for 50 years.
Oh.
So there was a fear of violence. That's why they hadn't went back. But it's a renowned course. It's always
the Civil War end.
Yeah, it's over now. But it's
So it was kind of like North Korea and South Korea. Was it?
it wasn't quite that ridiculous, but I mean they were pretty. Yeah, it was. You couldn't have faith that an event like that would come off with no problems at that time. But I don't know if that's a problem with this with our podcast today. Is I don't know a thing about this place. I've seen pictures. That's it. It's been ranked. Golf Digest and Golf Magazine comes out with the top 100 courses in the world, top 100 courses in the United States. It's always in the top 10. Always has been. But none of the players are going to have any.
They're not going to know what they're doing.
Not really. Now you've got 3 guys. Rory McIlroy, for sure. He grew up like right down the street from this place. He holds the course record.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and say my pick is Rory McIlroy. We're going to go ahead and end the episode right here. No, I'm kidding.
You can have Rory if you want. I think the pressure on him to win this thing is going to be.
That's true.
More than he can handle.
That's true. I didn't think about that. One thing before you go on.
Sure.
Please excuse my squinting. It's about 5,000 degrees outside. He has sunglasses. I don't. So excuse how much I squint in this episode.
Do you even have sunglasses?
Yeah, but I don't have them with me.
Where are they?
They're in Mom's car.
Oh, all right. Okay. Do you ever wear them?
Not really. I've never been much of a sunglasses person.
Yeah, I've noticed that. That might help you playing.
No, it wouldn't.
I
couldn't play with sunglasses.
I can't play sunglasses. There's people that do. I don't get it. You just can't see as well.
Not only that, it would just annoy me more than anything.
Well, so let's talk a little bit about British Open type courses. They're called links. Do you know what? So a lot of people call any golf course a links course. They'll say, "I'm going to go hit the links."
Yeah.
Do you know what a real links course is?
Well, it's like I don't know. It's hard to explain, to be honest.
Well, it's really not, and I'm not trying to put you on the spot here. No, it's simple.
For me, it is, but
for a lot of folks, they just consider
every course links.
And it's not. So there's a very specific set of things that have to exist on a course to qualify as a true links. And all the British Open courses are Carnoustie, St Andrews, certainly. The main thing, links means literally It's the area of land that links the sea to the main land.
Ooh.
So what you have is
So would Kiowa be considered a lynx?
it's not a true lynx, and mostly that's about terrain. I'll explain that. So just because it's near an ocean doesn't make it a lynx course. Okay?
Even if the ocean you can see.
Yeah, it's not just about being a
Near the
seaside.
ocean?
No.
Okay.
So there's a couple other things. This particular pieces of land in Great Britain, the links literally means links the sea to the mainland.
Mm-hmm.
And so what you have is this area in between where the ocean comes up. You've got land that's not usable.
Mm-hmm.
By that I mean they couldn't farm it, they couldn't raise any crops, so you couldn't really build on it. The reason for that is the soil is very, very sandy because it's still, it's almost on the beach, but it's not quite. So you have near an ocean or on the ocean, sandy soil, which ends up being very, very firm. You want to talk about how you don't like those tight lies, man? That crap you've been doing the last 2 weeks, where you're trying to pick a ball. Good luck trying that over there. You have got to hit down on the golf ball. You have to.
Yeah.
And take divots. You have to. The other part of it, there's a lot of sand dunes that have developed because of, again, the ocean. So that's where you get all of this rolling terrain. It's everywhere. So when these guys hit the ball, and it just bounces all over the place because the fairways is very.
Oh yeah, that's like I remember last year you saying Tiger's gonna go up there and hit 2-iron on every tee, and it's just gonna roll forever.
And that's what happens. You'll see. Whereas here, if you got a shot from 160 yards, you get out probably a 7-iron or maybe an 8.
What, like for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably use a 7.
And you try to land it at the flag and have it back up for you. You can't do that in most of those holes there because the ground is so firm.
So there I'd have to hit like a...
You might hit a wedge.
Really?
And you want to carry it
a little short of the green.
Short of the green, let it roll up.
Roll.
Yeah. Now, it's not always that way.
So basically, the links courses, they're very firm.
Yes. Firm and fast. Very undulating terrain. One thing, too, so we talked about, you notice how those bunkers on those courses are very, very deep. You know why that is?
Like that post,
the postage stamp, yeah. But really, all the bunkers are that way, are deep down, the things that you've never played in.
Yeah.
We don't do that here. The reason why they're like that and so recessed into the ground is because if they weren't, you're near the ocean, it's windy all the time, the sand would blow away.
Yeah.
So they've got to get it down in below so that...
Yeah, they'd be getting new sand like...
constantly.
Yeah.
So there's that. You will rarely, if ever, see a tree on a links course. It's wide open. It's what you see is what you get. So that's what a links is.
Yeah. Just very wide open.
So, for example, you're going to Charleston next week. Kiowa, where they played the Ryder Cup in '91, is on a link.
I thought it was 92. It might have been 92.
You could be right. Either way.
They played the PGA there in, what, 2013?
I think that's right.
That was when Rory won. Was that his first or second PGA? That was his first, I think.
He's only won one of those, I think.
He won it at Valhalla, though.
Oh, that's right. It's 2.
So that was his first.
He's won 2 of those.
No, it was 2012. It was 2012 when it was at Kiowa. Rory won it, and then he won it at Valhalla in 2014.
Right. Okay, that sounds right.
Am I saying that right?
Yeah, Valhalla.
Yeah. Okay. The only reason I know that is because in my Rory McIlroy game, it's always showing Rory facts, and that's.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
Well, she lost my train of thought. Oh, so for example, Kiowa is on the ocean, but it's not a links course. It's no different really than Tri-Cities where you played last week, except it's got you can see the ocean from there. It's pretty much the same thing. The only real links in the United States probably is Whistling Straits in Wisconsin.
Really?
It's got the terrain that you look for. It has no trees. It's sandy soil, but it didn't have a.
No, I remember when the PGA was there a few years back. Yeah.
That is the closest thing. I mean, even Pebble Beach is not a links course.
Really?
It's on the ocean, but they got Bermuda fairways. I mean, it's just like what we play. It's just the scenery is a lot more pretty.
Yeah.
So there you go. There's your education on
Royal Portrush or links.
Well, all I know about it. I know it's a links course.
Not many people know much about it.
One thing I've noticed on Instagram, I've seen a lot of pictures, and it's very green.
Really?
Whereas a lot of times these British Open courses, particularly when you get in the summer,
brown. Yeah.
most of the time they are. They don't water them. They just let Mother Nature do it. And evidently, they've had a lot of rain this year, which we have here.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty green. So a lot of what I'm saying may not come to fruition, but it will. If you watch this tournament over the years, you're going to find that what I'm saying to you in terms of how you had to play, you gotta depend on lucky breaks. Those balls hit. You hit perfect driver and the fairway hits a bump and it goes right into the rough. Mm-hmm. Nothing you can do about that. You just have to forget about it and accept it.
Yeah, that would suck. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see. So, do you want to go ahead and do our picks, or is it too early for that?
Well, I want to say, yeah, I think it is a little bit early. Should we finish with that?
Yeah. Well, I didn't know if you wanted to talk about anything else.
Well, you're the host.
Well, yeah, but
I don't think you're very prepared.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not, because I know nothing about this course. That's why I'm not prepared.
Well, that's one thing that stinks.
And the pairings haven't come out. See, we're recording this on Sunday.
Yeah.
None of the pairings are out yet.
No, and that does kind of stink.
We don't know about any of the pairings.
I'd say they'll release them tomorrow morning.
Maybe even tonight.
I doubt it, but they might.
But they probably won't.
They probably got a lot of them already set up, honestly.
Only reason they probably won't tonight is because over there it's like...
It's already... You're in the dead of night. I mean, it's 6 hours ahead.
Yeah. It's like... Let's see. It's like 10, 12 over there right now.
Yeah.
So
the biggest thing who does this course favor? We don't know because we don't know the course, but it's still it's a British Open course. Okay, there's really nobody it favors per se. I mean, some guys play links course better. Tiger did when he was at his best. He's not that anymore. I don't really expect him to be much of a factor this week. No, but you never know. It's Tiger Woods. He could win.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing that'll happen with British Opens, so the way they do tee times, Thursday and Friday. Have you ever noticed how that works?
Yeah.
You play in the morning on one day, and you play in the afternoon the next day. So it gives both sets. Everybody gets both. British Open, a lot of times what will happen is you get very unlucky in that you get the worst of the weather both days. That's what happened to Tiger in 2001. Was definitely the best opportunity he had to win the Grand Slam, to win all four. That was the year he won the Open in Pebble by 15 strokes.
I guess he won everything but the British.
He did, and he was in contention until
I guess it was 2000, right?
Yeah, 2000. And on Friday, he goes out there in the afternoon, and they got just hammered with rain and wind, and he just couldn't control his ball, and it was nothing to do with him. He just got unlucky, and it took him out of the tournament. He was not a factor the rest of the weekend. He just got too far back. If you get the typical British Open weather, that will play a huge role here, is who kind of gets lucky on the draw.
Yep.
This is riveting television.
It is. I mean, that kind of happens, even with us. I mean, if you get for me, it's going to work out good tomorrow. I'm playing in a 2-day tournament, Monday and Tuesday this week, and my tee time tomorrow is at like 9:30, which is good for me because it's not supposed to rain any, but it's supposed to be like 1,000 degrees all day. So
you definitely caught a break there. But then,
so the con is I have to get up at like 5 in the morning, but the pro is I'm not going to be burning up. So.
No, it's going to be. We'll be out of there by 1. That's great.
Yeah.
So,
do you want to talk any about SEC Media Days? I know you don't really care about that.
Have they already had it?
It's this coming week.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's where. So you're going to post.
Yes, I'm going to be posting our. Most of them are already uploaded by the time you guys are seeing this, so go check those out. Day one is like LSU. I don't remember what, but me and Zephyrin recorded the SEC previews. So the days like that the teams are covered during media day. So like we recorded day 1 teams in one video, day 2 in one video.
Did you really?
So on. Yeah.
So you got 3 different.
Yeah, we got 3 different videos, and then we got a 4th one for our final predictions.
I didn't realize you did it that way.
So, yeah. So.
Okay.
You guys be looking out for those videos. So those will be good entertainment, especially when we get to LSU, because there's some disagreements about LSU that are very funny. So, do you have any thoughts about?
I mean, I don't. I don't.
Only reason I watch it is because it's something.
Well,
It's not much, but it's something.
this time of year, I mean, you got some baseball at night. That's about it.
Oh
So
yeah, I'm sorry for your loss today with Roger Federer
I thought
losing to Djokovic.
I thought we were very clear about that wasn't going to be brought up.
We weren't going to talk about it, but I just thought about it, so I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And let's not talk about my Reds. They did win last night, but we're still like 4 or 5 games back of the Central.
Votto's heating up a little bit.
Yeah, you never know.
Do you know they got the best pitching staff in baseball
Oh,
except
for
for
sure.
except for the Dodgers?
Yeah,
What is that?
we're pitching great.
I told you-
We're just so streaky hitting.
I've told you for 4 years if they can get anybody to pitch, they're going to be okay.
Yeah,
And
the one year we get someone to pitch, we're just the streakiest hitting team in the majors.
well, they got to get somebody to put them on their back, and maybe Votto will do it. I mean, they need.
We got to run off a win streak at some time. Now.
You do 8, 9, 10 in a row to kind of narrow that gap and really get your teeth into
We
it.
did that once this year. We won like 7 in a row
Yeah.
at one point.
He did another one.
Yeah, for sure. We've done it once. We can do it again, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Second half's going to be very interesting in baseball, especially in the Central, because I mean, any 5 of those teams can win.
Well, you got that.
They're all within striking distance.
Cleveland got to 5.5 in Minnesota
Really?
quietly, but they lost 2 straight coming back from the break.
So, Minnesota's very interesting to me. I don't know whether the
I couldn't tell you a player on their team.
Byron Buxton.
Does Joe Mauer still play?
No, he
retired.
like
Okay.
a couple years ago. I don't remember anyone else. Though.
Couple years? Has it been that long?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't remember anyone else besides. There's a couple other guys that I know their face. I can see their face. I just can't remember their name. But yeah, they've got a really good young team. They'll probably be making some noise here for the next few years.
I think, man, if there's any justice, we're going to see what is the pinnacle of baseball, and that's the Yankees Dodgers World
yeah.
Series. Yeah. Maybe LA will make it happen this time.
I'm gonna tell you one team to watch out for in the NL. Which I mean, you don't really need to watch out for them because everyone knows they're good. But my thing is, if the Dodgers don't make it to the World Series somehow, I think you need to watch out for Atlanta. But
I mean, I keep hearing that about them.
But their bullpen is just that's what scares me.
And that's
about
what
them.
wins
Their
them.
bullpen is just
It's awful.
Yeah.
It's the worst in baseball.
Yeah.
And it's
No, it's not. The Mets is the worst in baseball.
well, okay. You got
Besides the
we,
Mets.
we don't even count them.
Oh yeah, the Mets don't even play baseball.
I mean, you get the way postseason baseball's played now. They throw a starter out there. He might go. If he goes 6, it's a miracle. And then the rest of the game's your bullpen. I just don't see them.
Yeah.
LA's is not great either, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Kenley's no automatic anymore. But I think what the Yankees match up poorly with LA in that they got a lot. They hit left-handed pitchers bad, and it's a very different team against lefties, and LA can keep throwing those out there. So I'd like LA's chances in that series.
Yeah, I would too. Would you be opposed to doing podcasts during football season?
Well, no, because
Okay,
we'll have to do it.
so-
We'll have to do it remotely.
Yeah.
They won't be graced with my.
With his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to just. So, Jason, so Cowboy, Tennessee lost to Florida this week, 52-17. What are your thoughts? We can suck. That'll be you.
We need to do that like a couple days after that it happens. That way.
You know, you have time to cool off a
Right.
little bit.
Yeah.
If we lose to them by like a touchdown, I'll be happy.
I won't. I'm tired of losing that game. That's all I've known my whole life.
Okay, it's at Florida. They're competing with Georgia for the East this year.
I don't care.
And
How many times have they come up here and beat us when they shouldn't have?
you have a point.
Go down there and win the game. Quit losing to these guys. It's enough.
I just don't see it this year.
I don't either. They'll probably lose by 1,000.
One game we will for sure lose by 1,000 is Bama.
Yeah. I wouldn't even go. I'd send them a letter. Hey, look, we ain't playing y'all.
That would be awesome. If we
I think
did
it would
that.
too.
Hey, we're just gonna give y'all this game.
Yeah.
We figure it's not gonna help us any.
Yeah, we're just going to practice.
Yeah.
Y'all are good.
Y'all are good. We're just. No, we should send them a letter and be like, we're gonna propose something to you guys. How about we play? No, we should have done this in like the spring. How about we play the Tennessee-Bama game in the spring, like a preseason scrimmage?
Yeah.
And we, like high schools do, and it doesn't count for either team. Actually, you know what? Since y'all would beat us anyway, we'll give y'all a win and us a loss, so y'all can start 1-0 and we can start 0-1. It's beautiful.
I think it is too. It just saves everybody the trouble.
Yeah, saves gas money.
Well, it does. It
saves mileage.
It does.
Saves hotels.
It helps the environment.
It helps the economy.
It does.
Saves ticket money.
It actually hurts the economy because all that money's not being spent. But
It helps our economy.
that's right, it does. It keeps money in Tennessee instead of going down to Tuscaloosa.
Who cares about Bama?
Can you imagine somebody waking up Saturday morning on October, whatever it is, 20th, and driving down to Tuscaloosa to watch that game?
No.
Dressed in their Tennessee with their flag. What are they doing? Why would you go down there?
Well, unless you have friends that are paying for your tickets, maybe.
I wouldn't go if they paid me, not just pay for my tickets.
I would go if someone. I wouldn't pay money to go down. If someone gave me tickets and I got a lot of friends that are Alabama. I have some friends that are Alabama fans that are true Alabama fans that I stay friends with. But any of my if I meet some people that are Alabama fans and they say, "Oh, I've been an Alabama fan since Nick Saban was the," I'm like, yeah, I'm not talking to you ever again.
How do you have true Alabama fans that are?
Because some are like they have family down there. Like, not all of them are. Bandwagon.
Born and raised in Murfreesboro, never even been into Alabama.
Yes, not all of them are like that. Some of them that aren't like I get it, but
you got to beat those kids up.
I've thought about it a couple times.
That's what I would do.
But
I kicked their table there. That's.
Where are the cameras? So should we give our picks?
Yeah, we can do that. I mean, I'm flying blind here. I'll say this. So. Again, I alluded to this earlier. None of the pros today have played this course in competitively.
Mm-hmm.
So the last, and I'm gonna have to guess here, guys. So the last 8 times that a major has been played on a new venue,
mm-hmm.
such as Chambers Bay, the year Jordan won there. Mm-hmm. Trying to think of some Whistling.
So I guess they've never played it here. Or they have.
They did, and I said that in 51, but none of these guys are even born, I would guess.
Well,
so the last 8 times a major's been contested at a venue where it's never been played before.
Mm-hmm. Even though this technically isn't, but it almost is.
Yeah, in terms of the guys that are playing.
Right,
today.
yeah.
Every one of those tournaments were won by somebody ranked in the top 10 in the world.
Who's ranked in the top 10 right now? Did you look it up earlier?
Yeah, I did.
I saw you looking it up. Well, I was,
I already pretty much knew, but now I really know.
So, obviously, Brooks is number 1.
He is.
It's 2, like, Justin Rose, maybe?
He's 4th. I can't remember.
I guess 2's DJ.
I guess it's DJ, yeah.
Filler music.
Yeah, Dustin. All right, so here we go. Brooks, Dustin, Rory is 3, Justin Rose 4, Tiger is 5th, Bryson DeChambeau 6th, Molinari is 7th, John Rahm 8th, Justin Thomas 9th, Patrick Cantlay is 10th.
Wow.
Which,
I mean, he's been playing pretty good.
I'll just give these. Xander Schauffele's 11, Woodland's 12, Kuchar's 13, Fowler's 14.
Where's Tiger?
5th. I said that.
Oh yeah, you said that already. I'm an idiot.
So it's almost certain that your winner will come out of that group. It's not for sure.
Right,
but it's sports. You got to play it.
It's
but more
pretty
than
likely.
But more than likely, based on history.
Yeah.
So,
how about we just lay this here so we can pick from this?
That's cheap.
No, it's not.
I'm taking Slovenia as a penalty.
No, it's. Wait. Did he say I don't remember what country.
No.
He might. I don't think he said Slovenia. But
I think he said.
South America.
I'm
taking South America as a penalty.
Yeah, I think so. All right, I'll tell you what. So you can pick first this time.
Okay. I'll take Rory. Home course, basically.
Now you're gonna write this down. Or you're gonna go back and
we can do both.
Okay.
So, obviously, he's gonna have a lot of pressure on him to win this week. I agree with that, but I get that a lot of times he crashes under pressure.
Yeah, that's big time lately.
Yeah, but you know what? I think there's just if this was any other course then of course he grew up down the street from, I wouldn't pick him. But I just think the experience is too much, and Rory wins it this week.
Well, I mean,
That's my pick. Or should we go 3-2-1 or 1-2-3? We'll just go.
We'll go 1-2-3. Yeah.
That's my pick to win it. This first is Rory. Go ahead.
I'm thinking Brooks. I mean, I talked
There's
myself.
no reason not to.
I talked myself out of it when we were in Gatlinburg, and he would have won it, except Woodland had the week of his life.
Mm-hmm. Where is Woodland?
He's 13.
12.
12. I mean, Captain's the best player in the world, and by a lot too. Mm-hmm. And so, I don't know if his game translates to this place, but mentally he's got a huge advantage over everybody else in the field. Mm-hmm. So I'll go with Brooks. I'll take it. If you don't want him, I don't see Rory at all, honey. If you go by ability, sure he could, maybe even should win, but I just don't see him holding up.
Yeah.
But that's who you went with, and that's fine.
All right. Second place, I'm going to go with Justin Rose.
Right.
The reason he almost always plays well at the British.
Yeah.
That's about all I really need to say, I think.
Well, he plays well pretty much every major.
Well, yeah.
He just doesn't close the deal except at that one U.S. Open that he stole from Mickelson.
Mm-hmm. I forgot completely about that.
You were too little. You really weren't paying
It was like
attention.
2012 probably. I wasn't that little.
Yeah,
I was probably like 8 or so.
Yeah, somewhere in there. But you didn't care anything
I
about
didn't
golf.
care about it. Only sport I watched back then was football.
Yeah. Christian, you don't really like football, do you?
I love football.
What? I love football. That's what his Uncle Matt said to him one day. He was about 6 years old. Christian, you don't really like football.
I thought he was serious. What? I love football. I remember a 2010 Florida game. You about scared me to death one time when I don't remember who it was, but
it was
for us.
God, this kid is dead.
Seriously?
He died. He hung himself in prison. It was
the kid for us that hit him?
Yeah, Jansen Jackson's who it was.
Really?
Yeah.
Who did he hit?
I don't remember, but man, he
clobbered him. You were like, "Yeah, knock his head off!" And I was like all scared because I was like 7 or 6.
Do you realize? So the next year is when we played that Music City Bowl against North Carolina.
No, that was that year.
It was that same year.
It was Dooley's first year.
Do you realize that probably the reason that Carolina won that game is that Jackson got called for an unsportsmanlike conduct? So Carolina's driving at the end of the game. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure it was 4th down. They threw like a fade down the right sideline across from us. And Jackson goes in there and launches himself.
Of course he does.
Hits him right in the head, and they throw a flag.
Of course they did.
They'd probably throw him out of the game today.
Probably be targeted.
Gave him an automatic first. 2 plays later, they kicked a field goal and tied it. Then went into overtime. So we blame the rest for that game. But if he don't do that, of course I don't know. If he don't, he might have caught the ball.
But looking back on it, that was probably the right thing to do.
It was. He just made a football play.
No, not Jackson. The refs.
No, I say Jackson did the right thing.
Oh, okay. Well, let's change the subject.
All right.
Okay, so, who's your second place?
I'm going to go with boy. I'll take Dustin Johnson. He's had so many near misses in majors. Only has 1 victory. But he's always around the lead. Could have won the Masters this year. Didn't do much at Bethpage, which is weird because it's a perfect course for him. But he was in contention at the Open. Mm-hmm. I don't really remember him ever contending at a British though. I'd have to go back and look and see his best finish. But that's found money to me. If I'm betting and I got Dustin out there, I'll take it. So I got Brooks.
If you're looking for someone who's Dustin's all right. Probably be a good bet.
So 3.
I want to be an idiot here and just say screw it and take Phil, but I'm not that stupid. So
I made that mistake at the Open. God almighty, he's made one. He ain't made a cut since he won that. Since he won at Pebble back in February.
Man, this has gotten long. Anyway, 30 minutes. Anyway, let's see. You know what? No, I don't know what. Gosh. it's just so hard to pick because you don't know how these guys are going to do on this course. I'm just going to go Tony Fee now. I don't know why, but I feel like he can contend in this thing because he's usually right around there near the top.
He's not had a good year, but now he's a guy that
he played pretty well at the Masters, didn't he?
Decent.
That's what I thought.
He was kind of in the mix, but since that time, nothing. But Finau's he's going to be like Woodland. Sooner or later, it's going to happen. I don't really. He's not played well, so I don't really see it this week. But hey, it wouldn't surprise me.
Not me either.
My third pick is Xander Schauffele.
Good pick.
He'd probably already have 3 majors if it wasn't for Brooks.
I agree.
He's the best player that nobody really knows who he is. He's unflappable. He's not intimidated by the moment. He's going to win multiple majors. I'm not talking about 8, 9, 10, but he'll win 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Is my prediction on Xander. It could definitely happen this week.
Yeah.
You got a dark horse?
Oh, I forgot about the dark horse. Patrick Cantley.
Well,
is he playing? I assume he's playing.
He's 10th in the world, which I can't believe.
Yeah, I can't either.
I really thought he would do more at Pebble. He's more of a U.S. Open type player.
Mm-hmm.
Not real long, but he never misses a fairway.
Yeah.
I don't know if he can putt well. If he's not much of a putter, but I don't know what those greens are like.
That sounds like me. I'm not much of a putter.
Well, you've gotten better.
I guess.
It's got to get better than what it was.
Yeah, I know.
Tuesday.
Let's not talk about it.
Yeah. Well, you brought up Federer choking his balls off.
Well,
why don't we talk about your turn?
Well, he's a professional. I'm not.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And you're just a kid.
Exactly.
All right.
It's not my fault. He's an old man.
My dark horse, I'm going to take. That'll be one of those old guys. I'll go with Henrik Stenson as my dark horse. He
almost won it, or did he win it?
He stole one from Mickelson in 2014. They both. That was the year that Mickelson shot a 60 on Thursday.
That wasn't 2014. That was a lot. It was like 2016, maybe.
Okay.
But yeah, I remember that he shot a 60. Yeah, I remember that. I mean,
lipped out to put on 18 for a 59.
Yeah.
And Stenson just beat him. There was nothing Mickelson could do. That was one time you can't say he choked away. No. But he's probably the best ball striker on tour, even better than Tiger.
I could see him.
He hits it right dead in the center of the club face every time.
Mm-hmm.
He could win.
Yeah, I agree. Well, thank you for being with us again. Thank you all for watching, and hopefully you guys enjoy the British Open. Go watch our SEC previews. Very good entertainment. Very kind. No, I'm kidding. And we'll see you guys in the next podcast. It'll probably be one before, I don't know.
Yeah, we can.
Maybe we'll do one before the Georgia State game.
Yeah, we can do that.
Or, yeah. That podcast will probably be us. Hopefully it'll be us laughing at Florida for losing to Miami. Anyway, we'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.